Okay, so we just got done doing the Master's Hammer and Chisel Total Body Chisel. Always so many words to put in there, the titles of these. But Total Body Chisel with Autumn. This was basically 3 exercises for 3 rounds and 3 different sets of that. Or 3 different circuits of that. So we started with like a leg exercise and then 2 upper body exercises. Basically how we did it. First round was basically legs, chest, back, and then we threw in some biceps and triceps as the whole workout went along. The key to this thing is grabbing the right weights the first time. I think I did pretty good grabbing them. We've been figuring out to go ahead and grab heavier weights. The first few times we were doing some of these, we grabbed 2 lighter weights. Today, the legs exercises especially was a nice challenge for me. I really got a good burn in the legs. Chest exercise for me, I could go heavier, but I wasn't as heavy as what we have here. So just need heavier weights to be able to make that a little bit more challenging. But all in all, a really good total body workout.
I agree. The way that they have it set up is you can do a full hour-and-a-half gym workout in a matter of 25 minutes, I think is what it actually was. Because you do go from one move to another move to another move, and then you start the whole round again. So there is no breaks in between. The only time you get a break is a short, maybe, 15-20 second break? Something like that in between each round, because there's 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So other than that, though, you just keep going and going and going.
Sweating.
So you get a nice little cardio workout because you are nonstop going. You are working some larger muscles. I'm with Phillip. The most important part about it is making sure that you grab the right weight the first time through. I went a little bit lighter on a couple of them that I probably should have gone up higher. And then the dips, man. I can't.
The what?
The dips.
Oh, I thought you said the gyps.
The dips. I have struggled with those just because, I don't know if it's because of, I was trying to do it on the bench at the same time Phillip was. So I have to put my hands a little bit further together. And it made it really difficult mobility-wise for my shoulders. So it actually, I felt like I was leaning forward more and doing more of a chest dip than I was a tricep dip, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So then I thought, well, I don't want to kick him off the bench, so I'll do it on the floor. So I tried to do it on the floor, and then on the floor I'm like, now you only do like,
half a dip.
Not even half a dip. You can barely get down because my big butt's in the way. So I was like, forget it. I'll just try to do it this way and just try to focus on sitting up a little bit straighter. So I struggled with that. Like I said, it's not because of the video-wise. It's just because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I'm just going to kick him off next time, I think.
Probably a good idea.
Not really. I don't care. To me, my arms are fine how they are. So whatever.
Yeah.
You need to work on your triceps.
Yeah, my triceps probably could use a little work, and so I get the bench.
But overall, I really like this workout. Again, like Phillip was saying, it is a great total body workout. You did do chest, you do biceps, which we don't get a whole lot of biceps, which I, as a female, don't really care anyway.
I do.
He does. Again, the one thing that I did notice is the only trouble I think I will have is I use 20s for one entire round, and you never put them down. So again, I found my forearms and even my elbows started getting a little bit tired. They were fatigued as we went. So again, I need to bring my hooks in. And I think even on something as simplistic as today's routine, it would have been a good idea to have them again, just to alleviate some of the stress that's on the forearms and the elbows. The other thing that I felt was if you really have to concentrate on your form on some of these. For instance, I'm used to doing, when I do a chest press, I put my hips up underneath me more, arch my back, and then I really use my lats to help do a chest press. Where here, she doesn't want you to do that. She wants your entire back straight on the bench. So you need to listen to what they're doing, and maybe it's not what you're used to. The other thing that I found a little bit awkward, again, same thing form-wise, was when she has you do the straight arm pullovers. So I'm used to having either a bar and doing it with the bar, or doing it with one dumbbell. So it's kind of different having 2 dumbbells and putting them together and trying to concentrate on keeping the arms straight. Again, keeping your entire back on the bench for the entire movement, I found again to be a little bit challenging. I actually played with it a couple of different times to find which one I liked most, because again, muscle memory tells me to arch it. Yeah. And then when you have a heavier weight too, I almost found that I might have gone down in my weight a little bit just because I am used to doing it in a different fashion. So I'm using my lats in a different area than what I am when you're back straight. And so I found that it was almost straining my back a little bit, trying to hold a heavier weight. So I'll play with it next time we do it, but it was funny. I tried it with my feet on the bench to try to make myself stay down. And then I was like, no, because I can't do that. I just mentally, it messes with me. And then I was like, I'll put my feet on the wall. So then I tried to put my feet on the wall, and then I started getting a cramp in my leg, and I was like, ah! So it was an interesting day today. But yeah, so different things, and like I said, just really focus on your form, on what they're saying. Even head placement is really important. I don't know if it's so much on the ball as it is on the bench. You'll have to speak about that, I guess, if you want. But when she has you do the 45-degree angle bicep curls, if you hold your head up, it actually makes it easier.
Yep.
So make sure that you put your head back onto the bench and relax your neck and your entire body, and just really concentrate on and keep your legs. That's another thing, is leg placement will dictate on how your form is and what you're actually using to do the muscle movement. So like if you put your head back, it made it harder, and it made you concentrate more on your biceps than when your head's up. The same thing goes with when you're doing your squats. A lot of people have a tendency to try to look forward or try to look up, and if you do that, it'll actually cause your form to do a little bit more. So if you just focus on a relatively negative space and just focus on keeping the spine and the head in a neutral position the entire time, you'll actually sit back into your squat a little bit more, and you'll actually feel it in your hamstrings a little bit more as well. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know why I was, and I don't feel good. I have a head cold today, so maybe that's why I was thinking about all these things.
Well, and what she was saying on the ball, it is different on the ball, especially that move with the biceps. If you go too far down on the ball, the first round, I noticed I wasn't able to extend all the way
because the ball was anywhere.
It was because the weights were hitting the ground. So there wasn't. So I scooted up a little bit on the ball even during that first round to get as much extension as I could. Second round, I sat up higher on the ball. But what it really ends up being almost is like preacher curls, because your elbows end up on the ball. So it isolates your biceps, which for me, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the move, but it's totally different than what you're getting here on the bench. On the bench here, your arms are kind of relaxed, laying back, and you're still concentrating, but with the ball laying right there, it literally locks that elbow in where you're not doing any of the
is your form
body
a little
movement.
bit different as far as your arm placement goes?
Form is, I was doing elbows out, and I did that on purpose for a couple reasons. First of all, so I'm not hitting the ball and I could get full extension. But secondly, because of my elbow.
I was just wondering,
if I come tight here, my elbow, I have a little bit of problem, and then I come out here a little bit, it's easier on the elbow. So I did a little bit of elbow outs, yeah. If I was standing up doing them out, they would have been more like this fashion instead.
Yeah, I felt it on the elbow during that move as well, when we were doing the biceps. And again, I think it's because you almost overextend your elbow than what you're used to, because it does drop so far and you are holding the weights. Weights, I know some people keep asking what weights I'm using. I utilized 12s in the beginning, and it was too little. So I basically used 15s and 20s for everything the rest of the way. And again, I do feel like I could go up. For instance, on all of the leg movements, I feel like I could probably go up to 25 or 30 on them without any issues, with the exception of the stupid step-up curtsies.
I use 20s.
And that was the other thing I was going to say. I can't hold my weights up here.
Because your elbow.
Not only my elbow, but it just hurts my shoulders with them sitting up there.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So I actually, but a lot of stress in the elbow as well. I've never had elbow issues until I started doing this program. I'm just going to make a side note of that. I found that to be quite interesting. I do lots of heavy lifting at the gym, and I haven't had any issues. And now I'm having issues. The same thing when we were doing Body Beast. I had elbow issues with Body Beast as well. Never had them when I went to the gym. I think it's something with Beachbody.
No, the only program that I've ever had elbow issues until just recently, actually, I started doing some heavy lifting, got the elbow issues from, I think, bicep curls and a lot of pull-ups, but was the Les Mills pump, because you hold that bar right here, and the elbow, I get tennis elbow right there, from holding that bar 5 minutes at a time. They would have you do those squats. But so yeah, that's why I think holding the weights up here.
I saw you switch too.
I switched too because the longer I held them up there, the more that elbow.
See, and I have it on the outside.
You have it on the outside. I have it on the inside. Yeah.
We're alpies.
Anyway,
so yeah, I did drop that. And again, I think it's not that my legs can't handle more weight. It's just it's a balancing issue for me. I'm really struggling still with the balancing part of it. And I think it could be because when you're stepping up on that, it is a little bit of a cushion, so it doesn't give you quite the balance that you would if you're on something like a hard surface. But that's what you get when you step up on a bench. And I'd much rather step up on a bench than just do a plain curtsy lunge.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's also because you, again, when you go back, you're going into an awkward position and throwing your middle line off a little bit. So, and then we were trying to do it at the same time together.
Opposites, that throws you off. So, you're really concentrating. Which leg was I going with?
Yeah, I caught myself a couple times. He goes, what's wrong? Like, I'm trying to think.
I can't remember which way to go.
I don't know which way, because we have on our bench, there's this one little leg that sticks out. So if you're on that side where he was to begin with, he couldn't go with his left leg. He had to go with his right leg or he'd hit it. And then we were trying to swap. There was so much going on. We finally figured it out the last round though, to start on opposite sides of the bench and then just switch the sides of the bench, and it worked great. But
this is a good workout though. Heavy up the weight.
Yes.
Go heavy. Go heavy. And if you have to back off a little bit, that's fine. I would say try to go heavy first, and if the third round you're dying, grab a little bit less weight. I think that's the way I do it.
Well, and that's what she says in the video as well. Is today she's giving you lower reps that you can go with heavier weights, because in order for the optimum muscle growth, you really have to play around with your weights and do heavy days and light days. And then the Beast does have some medium weights that he throws in there, so it's just to keep your muscles thinking. But yeah, totally, I really enjoyed today's workout, and I didn't get annoyed with her, and I was thinking I would today when I saw it was her. I was like, ugh.
Her doing bodybuilding, really. I mean, to a certain degree. I mean, a total body weightlifting. New.
It's new.
Autumn doing that kind of lifting. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my personal thoughts to myself on that one. We'll end up there, but again, a good routine. We didn't post the last few days just because we went to Colorado and the long drive there, and then everything else that was going on with family and stuff. So we're a little bit behind where we probably should be right now, but that's okay. We'll just push on through, and
it's all right. That's life.
It's life, and that's the holidays, and it's time to get back in it. So if you've fallen off the wagon and you're ready to get back on,
we didn't fall off the wagon, but we're maybe a day or two behind.
Yeah, we're a few days behind. You could double it up, but why?
No.
Why? Just
why kill yourself
pick yourself
one day,
up
right?
and keep going. And I don't really, my personal opinion on doubling up is I don't really think that you're going to get any more of a benefit out of it than you would if you just picked up where you were and kept going, because you're going to fatigue that muscle and you're not going to get maximum growth from it, because it's going to be too tired at that point to really use proper form or the correct weights for where you could have gone with
One workout a day is enough.
I don't know about that either.
Well, maybe if you're doing a cardio and then a weightlifting.
Anyway, so still,
You don't
we're
work
what 2 weeks now.
This is almost 3.
Are we that far into it?
Yes.
Wow, it seems like just the other day.
Yeah, it's going fast.
Yeah, it is going really fast, and I know that I feel a lot stronger as far as my legs go already.
Yeah.
Balancing still hasn't got any better, but the legs feel better. So yeah, so anyway, and still, okay, so 3 weeks in, there's still only one that we really didn't like, so I think that's a win.
We've done them all now, so
yeah,
we're
and
good.
there's only one, so I
And we will not do that one again. It just was a waste of
I don't
time.
think we have to do it anyway.
I don't know, probably, but we will figure something else out for that day.
Anyway.
All right.
Hope you had a happy holiday, guys.
See ya tomorrow.